So, tackling one of the most obfuscated, obscured, occulted, kept in the dark, mind messed with, programmed, and mind-controlled subjects on the planet. Religions, natural, and what I'm calling unnatural religions. Unnatural religions. So let's start with a simple premise. That which is natural, i.e. the human body, in its original beautiful form, the Greeks knew we were falling down from original beauty and tried to keep it in the stone. But original human, like a god in action, like Shakespeare says, we are made beautiful. Our bodies, our muscles, our shapes, the way we look, even though we look different. And it's only through pain, struggle, trauma, self-hatred, anger, rage, subjected onto ourselves, confusion, fear, that we turn ugly. Everything is beautiful. Whether it's a quarter horse, or a thoroughbred, or a Clydesdale, the big working horses, or the small, it's all different shapes and sizes, and we're all beautiful. We're all beautiful. So that which is natural, what grows the rose? What makes the rose bloom on the rose bush 30 feet that way? What makes those beautiful, incredible eruptions, like I've said, flowers are the orgasms of nature. The nature kingdom's orgasms are flowers. Well, they actually do seeds as well. And we've been programmed that nature is somehow bad, so much that we are allergic to the pollen and the seeds of nature. So there's natural religions. The word religio is a Latin word, ligament, ligio, to religio, reconnect. It's like the ligament in your knee right now that makes you able to walk. And the more natural we are, the less knee problems we'll have. There's a natural religion that connects you to the source of the force that grows the rose. There's a natural religion that occurs naturally in every part of the world. Shamanistic visions, natural visions, whether they're on the cave drawings in Utah, or the petroglyphs in Hopi Land, where we go, or in Africa, South America, or Australia, it's the same electric light, the same energy drawings, visions, zigzags, circles, spirals, and the same creatures, the same beings that exist in the natural religions. Naturally. Unnatural religions are the ones that receive some kind of revelation that they are the only way. And by their fruits, by their effects, by their slimy trail, you will know them. It's time to tell the truth about this. So the unnatural religions are perpetrated by beings, certain beings that certainly can appear as angels. You can call them the archons. You can call them ETs, the Anunnaki. You can call them whatever you will. Doesn't matter. But there are forces in our galaxy that have disconnected from that which is natural. See, on other planets, other parts of the galaxy, it's natural there. They may not have the same red, orange, yellow, Roy G. Biv, green, blue, indigo, violet, rainbow that we have. They may have different colors, but there's a natural process to the universe. Light is what light is. Light is light, and light creates all the stars. So the unnatural religions are when you disconnect the human being from nature. You make nature wrong, evil. You make Pan, the god with the horns and the hooves, it's the god of nature, you make him the devil. Findhorn, the beautiful community in England, who's one of the founders, gets the, 40 years later, gets to be a member of the English Empire talked to Pan directly. Pan appeared to them, and the proof was in the pudding. They grew huge cauliflowers as a start, and then huge, beautiful gardens. I've connected directly with Pan. Pan is a real being. There are other kingdoms here on earth. You know, other energy kingdoms, not just the angelic kingdoms. There's the fairy kingdoms, devas, elves, so forth. The Hobbit series and the Lord of the Rings shows into that world some. That's why we're so attracted to it, because we know it's real. So there's a natural way, that's the way it is. The unnatural religions will tell you all that stuff is fake. They want to disconnect you from nature and from yourself, from that which is natural in yourself. They want to make something that's very natural, your body, made by nature, beautiful creation. Thank you, Shakespeare, like a god in action. Thank you, Greek sculptors, beautiful, honoring the body. They want to make the body wrong and evil. The flesh is weak, it's horrible, God hates it, you need to beat yourself. You need to circumcise yourself. You know, you need to eat horrible and hate yourself so you end up really fat and have disgusting, gross diseases. Like, look around you. Look in, quote, civilized countries, especially countries with fanatic religions, the body is covered up. You know, women only look through their eyes in the Islamic religion. We are treating ourselves horribly. So basically these dominator, unnatural religions are started by beings that need to feed on other beings. And they want to feed, they feed on misery, they feed on pain, they feed on rage, anger, and hatred, confusion. So these religions create exactly that. They create violence. Right? The fundamentalist religions. In this case, the Yahweh or Jehovah started religions. And if you research this, Jehovah is a real being, but he is an Anunnaki. What the Sumerians called Anunnaki, those who from above came. And these are ET beings that have some mastery over the fourth dimension, time travel. See, there's a whole huge galactic melting pot. Now, whether you think that's all crazy, all right? The fact is, whether the ET and UFO thing, right? The Ezekiel UFO, Moses meeting the burning bush, you know, the Anunnaki coming down from above. You read the Sumerian stories. Enkel and Enki are the devil and God in the garden. They build an actual garden, which is currently in the Persian Gulf, out of the Tigris and Euphrates when the waters were lower. That was the Garden of Eden, E-D-I-N. This is not the whole story for humanity, only for the Mesopotamian region. As I'm standing in Jerusalem, there is Solomon's temple, what's left of it, underground kind of, because the city builds on top on ruins, right? Only the Orthodox Jews, not Goyim like us, are allowed in there unless it's a special circumstance and you're running for president for the United States, right? That's their holding on. There's a young couple in front of me, Israeli army, a young girl and young boy carrying submachine guns. I look 100 feet over here and here's the blue dome of the Rock Mosque, the second holiest place for Muslims. Right over there is the Garden of Gethsemane. Over there is Golgotha. And I'm going, God, this is when I didn't understand what the unnatural religions were. I said, God, why is there fighting here? It's all the same religion. These three all started with Abraham. Abraham had two sons, Isaac, who he almost killed, by the way, who God asked to bind, tie up, put on a stone altar, and put a knife to his throat. And at the last minute, God says, never mind, don't kill him, I was just testing your faith. Sadomasochistic God? Come on, folks. The amazing thing is that we actually buy this garbage. This ridiculous old world. Jesus came to try to undo that. The old is over. You do not need to sacrifice animals or your child Isaac or each other or do war on each other. Treat others as you'd like to be treated. Love God and love yourself. Love each other. Right? He tried to change all that. I'll do the final sacrifice. No more slitting the throats of animals or each other. Here, string me up, I'll do it. I'm the final Lamb of God. It's over, it's done. And Jehovah didn't like that and has co-opted his name and created all the churches, right? Every church thinks they have the best way. That's one of the signs of the unnatural religions. We're the only ones going to heaven. Because that satisfies a deep fear, a deep rage fear. You unplug people, you make them orphans, you pull them from the family of God that's in you, unplug you from that direct source. The kingdom of heaven is within, all teachers say, Jesus, etc., Krishna. Right? Not without. If you put your kingdom of heaven without, you're going to go without. So the natural religions don't proselytize. You don't see shamans going around going, you must come and do ayahuasca. That's not how it works. It's the rose. It's seductive in the sense of, here I'm sharing and you come and partake. I will share with you. That's nature. That's God. Real God is very humble. Real God right now is in every atom. Every molecule in the air right here. Everywhere you are. In every atom it's 99.98% empty space. It's just vibrational energy. The way true mystics, true yogis, true saints have said it is, God is the thought. God's thought holds the universe together. That power, which is at the center of every atom, in every single quanta of light right now, hides, is very humble. Does not show itself at the Wailing Wall. Look how holy I am. You know? Real God is the all-powerful source of the universe. And yet waits on us to ask for him, her, it to reveal itself. Now I like a personal God. So I talk to God as a person, as a being. And some prefer mothers, Mother God, and some prefer Father God, and some prefer Source God. But to make it human and heart and connected, God is willing to do that. So approaching natural religion through nature, natural. Yes, that's what we do, the trips we do. You come swim with the dolphins, you hang out with the manatees, swim with a manatee, let them, and they let you pet them and touch you. Look at our video of us swimming with a baby manatee. Now that's true religion. Religio, reconnecting you to that which is naturally beautiful. The innocence of a baby manatee. So natural versus unnatural religions. You can pick the unnatural religions. You're disconnected from that which is natural. Your sex is natural. Come on. Sex, God loves sex. God created sex. God creates the universe through sex, and so do you. You create babies through sex. Sex is the eruption of the orgasmic energy of source force when you come. Just like the rose is the orgasm of the rose bush, right? These are natural things. Your natural feelings have been shut down. You're not allowed to feel as an adult. No, I'm fine, I don't feel anything, I'm good, yeah. How come your left arm's not working? I don't know, it's just a horrible medical thing, it's the evil body. Really? Could it have something to do with the fact that you haven't felt your body for 30 years? You haven't allowed your heart to speak? You haven't allowed yourself to become ye as little children? So natural versus unnatural religions. Watch this. The unnatural religions create war because these energies feed off, literally, it's a horrible thing, it may sound really far out to some of us, but the archons, these Anunnaki, the evil ETs, if you will, or these demons, these energies, they like to feed on the human misery. Because when a baby cries in a plane, no one can relax, right? Emotions are very powerful. When a cat's in heat, right, nobody sleeps at night either. Very strong, the natural energy impulses. So they shut off your natural impulses, your natural emotions. So there's a feeding game. If you get millions of people killing each other in bloodbaths, you know there's like 27,000 miles of trenches dug in World War I? Horrible. 100 million people died, or whatever it was. These controlling energies, call them what you want, Anunnaki, Archons, demons, devils, whatever. Reptilians, there's good and bad reptilians. I know I'm far out for some of you here. But it's a feeding energy. And these unnatural religions want to feed off of you. You're left drained. You're left with nothing. You are continually shamed into give more, give us your money, give us your energy, give us your children. Now whether it's the Aztecs having on their pyramids thousands of people's hearts cut out, that's the same kind of evil sucking energy vampire thing as the proselytizing Yahweh religions. Now this doesn't mean that, right? So it's not that if it's traditional or tribal, it's all good. That's not what I'm saying. The Incas, not the Incas, they were actually pretty good guys, right? For the most part. But even in the Hawaiians, the beautiful Hawaiian Islands, there was horrible human sacrifice and some really bad shamanic rituals went on that were hidden. So even in the beautiful places, there's been a dark side. So just because it's natural or tribal doesn't mean it's all good. Don't fall for that. And I'm speaking from authority. We go to the Shipibo Indians in Peru and do ayahuasca ceremonies. And I go to Hopi Land several times a year and bring people up there to their sacred sites with Hopi people that I know, that I've connected with, that trust me. And I'm not saying this to self-aggrandize myself. At Prophecy Rock the first time, we had 2 eagles show up. 2 eagles showed up. A huge sign for the person that has turned out to be our guide. And so I'm not blowing my own horn. I'm just saying I'm speaking from a place of experience with this. The heart, the kingdom of heaven within, the love, the innocence, playing with your dog, become you as little children. You know what that feels like. We're meant to enjoy this. Nature wants you to enjoy it. The beach is beautiful. Leave her alone. You don't see, okay, now we've decided to pick up all the kelp and all this stuff, right? And make artificial beaches. But nature wins. Nothing artificial. You go to Vegas, you go anywhere. You go to Dubai. Man-made stuff is a poor imitation of what nature does. So that which is naturally in you, natural religions, natural reconnection versus unnatural. The unnatural religions will make you go out and get converts. They'll make you feel like shit. You're an original piece of shit. You're an original sinner. You need to make up for it. We are the only way to heaven. Whether that is Scientology or some strange Tao cult in China. See, it happens everywhere. This system is going to operate everywhere. We are the only way. Right? Ayahuasca, I have to say, though, the mother plant, is very, very powerful. She is going to be doing her work. She is doing her work. And she will spread across the planet. And to show us that which is real. When you're in ayahuasca ceremonies, you open into the other worlds and see what's really behind the scenes. You can't argue with that. It is what it is. The sun does what it does. So remember, is this natural, this thing I'm using as my religion? Does it include the body, include the emotions, include humanity? Does it create brotherhood, sisterhood, love for each other, sharing? Or is it warlike, prosecutorial, angry, shame-based, pushing for new converts? By the fruits you shall know them, as Jesus said. So, and he came to try to undo that. He tried to prevent it, right? And it is a shame that they've used his beautiful name in a way to create all these incredible Protestant, Catholics, this, that, Baptists, churches of this, that, Seventh-day Adventists, Mormons, this, I don't know how many there are, 1,500 subdivisions, and they all believe they're the only right way. I mean, it's unbelievable that the human mind can be that bamboozled. It really is. And I realized this early on. I had a friend who went to Harvard, right? We worship the brain intelligence. Sat and told me that Gandhi is in hell. That and my father being a nuclear physicist taught me that the mind is the booby trap. The mind is not enough. The mind can lead into horrible places. The hall of mirrors where you see, you go crazy. The recent shooting in Colorado, brilliant guy in the mind. Right? Now whether he was mind controlled to do it or not, I don't understand that. So, Stay with that which is natural. Natural. Innocence of heart. Become ye as little children. The unnatural, disconnected, revelatory, angry God religions, their day is over. They're going to have their last gasps here and try to create World War III. They're going to try to create massive recontrol. It's not going to work, right? It's up to us. You have to decide. Say what you want. I want the natural back on earth. I want the rose bush to be able to grow. I don't want 35 million cows killed every year just for food. I don't want us to run over our animals in the streets. I don't want to torture horses by sticking them in 8-foot by 10-foot stalls all day long. I don't want to capture killer whales and stick them in SeaWorld and, have them confined. Imagine if you had to live in a cell. I don't want to do it to humans either. Say to Source God what you want for planet Earth. Don't underestimate what that can do. Speak directly to Source and say, I want more of this. I want more plants. I want more love. I want more ease. I want more abundance. I want more easy gardening. Show me the easy way to allow Earth to give me her bounty. I want to enjoy sex more. I want to appreciate myself more. I want more love. It's not going to be easy because these are deeply entrenched self-hatred, you suck, you're an original sinner programs. You're going to have to detox yourself. So start with a natural religion. Reconnect to something natural. Nature. Go out and be in nature. Come join us on some of our trips if you want. Swim with the dolphins and hang with the turtles. I'm telling you, you realize, okay, this is how it's meant to be, It's really amazing. We are waking up, and so I hope this made some sense about unnatural religions, not connected to nature, versus natural religion. All right. Love. Thank you.